the other side of the hill, at the corner of nowhere and hopefully soon, a young lady scrapes gum off the counter in a greasy spoon. Her name is Beth, and this is her story. This is The Secret of Beth. 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 Beth.
And then he puts his face in his eggs.
He did what?
That's right. He reads his paper from cover to cover, then he yells out, "The Daily News is the key to Upper L.A." And then he puts his face in his eggs.
Ooh, what'd you think?
I thought it must be a pretty interesting newspaper.
No, I mean, what'd you say?
I said, "Hey, you can't put your face and your eggs in here." And then I thought, this ain't it. I quit. I need my own space. You know what I mean?
A disgusted Beth quits the greasy spoon behind her, but wonders what's ahead of her.
Where shall I go? What shall I be? If there's a future in space, is there any for me?
Yo, Beth.
Who are you?
I'm Howard, your fairy godmother, here to explain how futures are born and made in Upper L.A.
Upper L.A.? That's the second time I've heard that today. What on earth is an Upper L.A.?
Well, in many ways, it's like a separate city set apart from the rest of Los Angeles by the Santa Monica Mountains and covering all of northern or upper Los Angeles County and includes the entire San Fernando Valley, Simi, Conejo, Antelope, and Santa Clarita Valleys and parts of southern Ventura County. In all, that's about 43 separate communities, each with its own unique identity, yet bound by their common geography and by the only major newspaper exclusively serving this area, today's Daily News.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Absolutely. And here, put your face in this.
It's not eggs, is it?
Nah.
Oh, it's a book.
Beth, baby. Dick and Jane on the Farm is a book. This is a book. Say it. Book.
Book.
You're a quick study. I like that.
Book.
Now you're talking.
Book.
This is Upper L.A.
Book.
Study it. Learn it. Use it. Use it in Upper L.A. and you'll become famous. And everyone will know you as Beth, the brilliant buyer.
Book!
Bye, Beth.
Bye-bye, Howard!
Howard was gone. Beth was on her way. On her way to Upper L.A., she studies it.
Book.
And one of the first things she learns about Upper L.A. is that it's up in retail sales.
Upper L.A. is L.A. County's biggest spending retail market. Bigger than New York and Dallas in spending. Moly hoses, I didn't think anything was bigger than New York and Dallas.
The more she reads Upper L.A., the more Beth learns that it's
Up in population with nearly 2 million wonderful people. Up in economic strength, making the Daily News market a pillar of economic stability and a sound investment for your advertising dollar.
Way, way up, up.
Up in employment and rich in industry with a broad range of highly skilled professionals. Upper L.A. is quite an upper story, loaded down with ups in every category, even up in travel and mobility. But what's the up in Upper L.A. for me?
all those ups were getting Beth down, because she didn't know if there'd be an up in town that wasn't taken by the time she got there. But then she remembered what her fairy godmother Howard had told her.
You'll become famous, and everyone will know you as Beth, the brilliant buyer.
Well, Beth knew that to become a brilliant buyer, she'd have to know what a buyer was and what a buyer does. But because she already knew that Upper L.A. was very up in education, she very quickly learned.
A buyer is a guy or gal who knows how to move tuna fish or anything else they can. Brilliant buyers know how to get the women, and they always get their man. You gotta know your demographics, your you and me and demographics. You gotta know their favorite reading material, their favorite soap, and their favorite cereal. Get to know everything you never knew about everyone you've never met, and you can become a millionaire, young man. Or if you're a girl, a millionette. Moly hoses,
Said Beth.
I'm going to be a buyer the minute I get to Upper L.A.
And the minute she said those magic words, she was there. In Upper L.A.
Moly hoses,
Said Beth.
what kind of place am I in?
You're in the kind of place where people give it all they've got.
Oh,
The kind of place where you come first without a second thought. Where every perfect stranger makes an even better friend. Where every day's a story that you never want to end. You're in daily news country.
Interesting, isn't it?
I'll say.
Then Beth said she was there to become a buyer and to begin...
The search for my own space.
Boy, did she find it in the Daily News, because according to her secret book, the Daily News has more major ups going for it. Ups that a buyer could admire.
The Daily News is up. Up. In advertising effectiveness, up. Up. In community involvement, up. In editorial excellence, and way, way up.
Way, way up.
In circulation and getting upper by the day.
And so it was that Beth finally got her own space. A one-by-one in the Daily News, which read, Beth's a brilliant buyer. And because the Daily News is Upper LA's most read and relied on newspaper for advertising, she received 479,900 responses. Beth was in the ad game. And because of her secret, she was a legend by 4:26 that afternoon. Her name became News Daily. She appeared in editorials. She was profiled in Valley Business, talked about in Neighbors. And when they did a TV special on her life achievements, she was on the cover of the TV book. And because the Daily News LA Life magazine has next-day reviews of all major events, she was in there too. Upper LA radio stations even played hit songs about her.
She's a media encyclopedia come true. Better buy some book by Beth, 'cause she knows what's good for you.
But what was her secret? In a Daily News exclusive interview, Beth's fairy godmother, Howard, responded to the pressure.
Beth's secret is in the Daily News. Bye.
Speculation concerning Beth's brilliant buying strategies was heard everywhere. Her reputation grew as fast as the Daily News circulation, up 10,000 daily and 12,000 on Sunday in just a handful of months. And Beth's name was in the Buyers' Hall of Fame. And when the brilliant buyer decided to retire young, her retirement brunch was a sellout.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for coming to see me go. Legend has it that I left that diner because some bubble brain puts his face in his eggs. Not so. I left that diner because the food was so bad the flies were chipping in to fix the screens. That's what got me here today. Those flies. And the Daily News. Now, right here is the latest edition of the Daily News, whose circulation is still on the up, which is why I'm being caviared and champagned, because thanks to the Daily News, I've been paper trained. I found my space in the Daily News, the paper that gets to Upper LA. The Daily News, the paper that delivers Upper LA. The paper that says, I love Upper LA.
It's a spectacle this reporter hasn't seen in a long, long time. The crowd rising as one to cheer one of their own. Beth, the brilliant buyer. You, sir, what do you think of this incredible ovation?
I have no idea. I'm not from around here.
Wait a minute. Beth is raising her hand to quiet the crowd.
Fellow buyers, you have all wondered, what is my secret? Well, I'm going to tell you. This is my secret.
Look at her. She's holding up a book. Her secret is a book?
Hey, Dick and Jane Go to Town is a book, bro. This is a book. Say it. Book. Book. Now you're talking.
This book is Upper LA, the 4-color edition of which I leave to each of you. Take it with you. Keep it close to your heart. Study it, learn it, use it, and you may become the next Beth buyer. Take a look inside the book, and what you'll see it say is a buyer's secret weapon is what Upper LA